Today is a day that we should celebrate. We should celebrate this day. Huge victory. We don't need to just stop fighting. No, we keep pushing forward and we make things better. We keep trying to make things better across the board. And we take people out of different types of jobs that they're at. We remove them from their jobs. So, what we have in the Democratic Party is a bunch of people who shouldn't be leading the country. They shouldn't be leading their area. So, we have to get these people out. Why is Nancy Pelosi still in office? Why is Bernie Sanders still in office? They don't do anything. So, the Democratic Party needs to be completely reformed. Any far leftist needs to be rejected. And the Democratic Party needs to come back to being left-leaning, not far left, all totalitarian, gonna talk about democracy, this and that, and don't care about free, fair, and elections. Apparently, they want to try to gain advantages by allowing people to come over here, and then saying, "Here, we're the party that gives out welfare. We give you stuff off the tax dollars of the American people, while the American people suffer. Who cares about them?" So the Democrats are completely out of touch with reality, and they need new leadership. So what I think is, people like me should be in office. People like me, who are kind of like Trump-ish. They've never been in office before. It's something completely new. As long as I surround myself with competent, highly intelligent people that can definitely support me, I think I could do a fabulous job. But that's what we need. Is we need people like me to be in leadership. The problem is, people like me are suppressed. So it's I don't have a platform. Or if I had a platform, I would be challenging these people. I need support. That's how I have to do it. I need support. So, because having coming from nothing and challenging a Democrat, because that's what would have to happen. I would have to primary. I think that Gretchen Whitmer, she needs to be primaried, and I think that these other people, they need to be primaried, and they need to be challenged, and somebody better needs to replace them. You just look at the embarrassment of how everybody has their elections wrapped up, and then Michigan's just sitting here we don't know, and everyone's waiting, what's going on, come on, dude, we're sitting there 2 o'clock in the morning, and Michigan's still not called to the next day. Crazy. It took I can't even believe it got called today. Anyway, I'm surprised it didn't drag it on. Apparently there were some ballots being brought in at 11 o'clock at night last night from California plates, but whatever that means. I thought that everything should be shut down. I don't know why they're still counting. Dude, if you did mail-in ballots, you should have mailed it a long time ago. You don't just get to mail it in the day before and then expect it to get counted the next day after the election or something like that. It's ridiculous, man. You go and just cast your ballot at the polling place, and but yeah, people like me should be in charge. I wouldn't be perfect, but I guarantee you I'd be doing a lot better job. Have a lot more logic. And that's the problem with the Democrats, is they lack any type of logic. So I'm looking at the conservatives and I'm like, man, this is they're all stars. Top to bottom, these people are all stars. And then I look at the Democrats and I'm thinking to myself, I mean, there's people that are smarter than me for sure, like definitely. And they probably would be able to destroy me in debates, but when it comes to like how they're acting and like not living in reality, is pretty ridiculous, honestly. Like I think that most people in America are basically pro choice, um, and it's just the radicals that are like no type of abortion, or we want to abort kids at like, dude, it's pretty much safe and rare. Like I think it's like everyone can agree, like if the mother is like gonna pass away and her life is dependent on it, like yeah, you're gonna save the mom's life. Like you gotta do what you gotta do. If you can't just remove the baby and then like try to save them separately or whatever, like you gotta do what you gotta do to save the mom. I think that should be across the board. And like but like it's kind of like whatever, like people that's why it's cool, like if you don't like the laws of some place, you can move to another state. So it makes every state different. But we need to fortify our election process. It needs to be one day. We need to know the night before we go to bed. There's no like it's gonna go into a legal battle. I mean, if it's a tie or something like that, of course. But like, we needed this. We needed a blowout. The Democrats needed it, whether they wanted to realize it or not. They were going to take us off a cliff. That's where we're headed. All they do is kick the can down the road for like short-term gains, and they don't think about long-term ramifications of their actions. They only think about right now because they're all emotion or whatever. So like, I'm not the greatest leader, and I really wouldn't want to like be governor of Michigan or anything like that. Like I'm saying, like I have a chance or anything like that. But like, if I had the opportunity, to challenge Gretchen Whitmer in like a primary or something like that, and then I knocked her off, and like I'm going against a Republican, and I got all the Democrats backing me because like these people are hive-minded, like retards that'll just follow anybody off the cliff. I might be able to have a chance to be governor of the state. However, I would need a lot of support. I would need a lot, like especially like now. Like I would have to be like famous now. Like my name would have to be like huge right now, for me to be able to, anyone to take me serious anyway. Like people be like, what is he talking about? Really? Man, he's got some pretty good ideas. It makes a lot of sense, man. He's a blue collar. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh, he doesn't have any degrees. Oh, that's kind of different. What is it? What is this page all about? Look, what is all this? Like how he's got this page set up, man. That's pretty like different from everybody else's, man. Look at all this stuff he has. Look how he has it set up. Like the categories. You look at other people's pages, there's nothing compared to mine. Mine is like so like different from everybody else's. And I have links to all my different social medias on there. And it's like I got my music, I got my YouTube channel, my TikTok, and I don't have my Instagram, but it's just like it's such a good thing that like what happened, and not having to go through like, oh, it was a close thing. No, this was a decisive thing, and they're still like counting ballots in Pennsylvania, trying to like flip Pennsylvania, but like Michigan has already gone for Trump, and Wisconsin too. So I think they're still counting ballots in Alaska. Like, what are you doing there? Maybe they don't have communication. They should get Starlink. I think it's kind of funny that Verizon had that sign that said fuck Elon right on their building. That's crazy. And I think it's because like he's gonna put them out of business. I don't think that like the cellular companies are needed. I think that we're gonna need like some type of like other security other than like a phone number, and we won't need any phone numbers, what's the point? That's like such old technology that people can like find out stuff about you that um yeah, just personal information, I guess, that we should have better security. We should have like the social security number and stuff like that. Like we need better security for everybody. Uh we definitely need our own like AI like security but like bot that like just like a shield on our finances and everything like that. um and personal data too. Like personal data is a huge thing. I should be able to be like, hey, I want to agree to let this personal data go. Like, what is this? I don't want to like who I sign up on this app. Like, how many apps I sign up? Like, I don't want to read the whole damn thing. Like, just let me like tell me what's the big deal, man? Like, just that's crazy. Like a huge book just to like figure out what terms and agreement is and whatever like that. That's crazy. Just get to the point. Like, what's the trends? Like, what should I not do? Just like, okay. Anyway, great day. I'm trying to enjoy it. Um, I haven't been optimistic. I haven't been optimistic. When Trump got shot and he didn't, lose his life, that changed things for me. But like anything can happen. That to me was like a miracle. That to me told me that the creator wants Trump to be in charge again, because civilization has to keep moving forward. We have to get rid of nuclear weapons, man. There's like no need. There's no necessary for like nuclear. We need to be peaceful people and people who can't control themselves. We gotta develop technology where it can control their hormones without like taking a pill or something like that. With like brain, and I think that like the Neuralink things are really gonna help people in that aspect of monitoring people's like, you know, there's a lot of people that have mental illness, so people can't control their emotions very well. So like helping them regulate their emotions, helping them people like help people communicate better. um a lot of people will be able to compete. They'll be telepathic. A lot of people will be just telepathic. They already got the Facebook Meta glasses out where, I don't know, man. It's like $400, something like that, but like 350. I don't know. And I guess it looks like there's a camera right there. You might be able to just like walk around live streaming. That'd be crazy. That would be cool, man. But like, it has to be like shut off in certain places automatically. Um, we need to cut back regulation for sure. We need to be pragmatic when it comes to regulation, because we have to have AI regulation. It baffles my mind that they have done nothing in Congress when it comes to AI regulations, when it comes to putting like some type of watermarks on all the deep fakes, any type of like deep fake that could be made of somebody, any type of AI generated art that could be like use somebody's likeness. It has to have a watermark so people know that's not really them. That's just because, yes, you can tell for the like, yes, you can tell, and like professional people that understand, they'll be able to tell like a real picture from a AI generated picture. But how much longer do you think that's gonna happen? How much longer do you think it's gonna be until AI can generate pictures where they're not mass ups? It's like real life. Um, you can't tell the difference between a fake picture or a real picture. And you're gonna be able to just do whatever, man. It's gonna be wild. So like, there needs to be like, people need to understand like, okay, that's a fake picture and you can't cut this out. You can't. It's like programmed or something like that. Maybe it's some type of NFT or something. I don't know. Like you create it. Like a person has to create stuff. So a person helps like create AI. Well, that person is kind of attached. So, um, yeah, we're gonna need if somebody uses your likeness, you should get rewarded for it. somebody has a memory and they want to put you back in their life somewhere, um, you get like a piece of you get some type of um, they're using your likeness like in the digital realm. You know what I mean? So like if they want to upload a picture or any of that, like they can do that. But like if they make money or whatever, if they get likes or whatever, however the system works, you should get something too for if they're making any money off of you or whatever. That's how it should be anyway. Like I cover a song. Well, like I can't just cover somebody's song and they don't get nothing for it. Like I cover their song, and they should be happy I covered their song because potentially I bring more eyes to it, even if it's like bad, even if they're like talking crap about my music or I'm talking crap about their music. If people start listening, it's like okay, then that's more money for me. Like that's more generation of knowing my tunes, knowing who I am, making us more popular, making us more money, whatever that is. Um, but yeah, like we need AI, we need regulation on AI, and we need our voting systems like the same day. We need just federal elections need to be automatic. There's doesn't need to have all these problems. There's not like you're not mailing ballots in. You're going like you can do an absentee ballot like military or like if you're elderly or something like that. But you can go and vote. We'll just have we'll make a national holiday. Like the left makes all these holidays in months, so we can make a national holiday for the election. Everyone has a day off. It's like Christmas. Everything shut down that day. So if you have to wait in long lines, that sucks. But we need to make the voting process quicker as much as possible because like it's kind of dumb that I hate having to go there and then you can't like you want to talk about politics. Like my kid, we went there together and I'm like trying to discuss like other things and he's wanting to talk about politics and I'm kind of like okay, we're talking about planes, that's cool. um and then he goes like, "Oh, this country," and then it goes into like some type of political situation. I'm like, "Hey, well, that's." And then I started talking. He looked at me and he's like, "NPC talk, huh?" I'm like, "Yep." Right in front of everybody. It was just kind of funny. Is just have to talk about uh, meaningless, jumble that regular people talk about it all the time. That really doesn't matter. Um, there's not a big thought process when it comes to it. So like yeah, like yeah, like seriously, um that would be crazy if I became a candidate and I went against. It's not gonna happen. I would need like a huge bunch of support. I would need like the floodlight, like somebody would have to bring me up in order for me to gain a lot of like backing for me to make that type of a push. uh Running as a Democrat, really? People are like, why don't you be a Democrat? Well, dude, I'm a liberal, okay? I've always been a liberal. I believe in some type of conservative values when it comes to like money and family, for sure, all that. And there's a lot of logical things that like the conservatives believe that make sense to me. And I'm a pragmatic thinker. I'm a futurist. I like looking down the road. I like technology. I like the evolution of technology. Um, I like to be up to date on everything as much as I possibly can. I'm not perfect. I'm just like, I feel like I'm a highly sophisticated regular person. Highly sophisticated. Uh, Most people don't even like, they know what Bitcoin is, but they don't know how to get it. They don't know how to do anything with it. Doesn't mean I'm better, but it's just like I'm into things now before everybody else. I've been supporting Trump for the longest time. I've been right. So, like, he probably should have been. He should be coming towards the end of his term. That's what should be happening right now. Like, none of this crap. This crap should have just like that crap that happened. We all know it was fake. We all know it was BS. We all know it. And they couldn't do it again. We know that was bullcrap in 2020, and it should be investigated, and people need to be charged if necessary. Whether they're prominent figures or not, or they're just pulling people that are just breaking the law, they need to be charged. This should not be happening. Our elections look like a joke. Michigan looks like a joke to everybody. Like, we don't have our act together. You know, I'm looking at it, I was like, how the heck do we only have, like, I don't know, man, it was late. I'm like, how do we only have 26% of, like, votes in? How is that possible, man? That's crazy. It was like 12 o'clock at night or something like that, and I'm like, dude, like, they closed at like 7 or something. Like, that's when they close. And it's like 5 hours later, they don't know who won. They don't have their votes in. Like, why do they not have them in? Well, like, what is going on? So that makes us look like crap, man. You know, and in Detroit, it makes us like, what has happened to Detroit? Which Detroit used to be a mecca. It used to be a mecca. Like, everyone wanted to be like Detroit. We were like the Emerald. We were that, like, not the Emerald City. I think that's Seattle, but like we were like we were the Motor City, man. We were thriving. We're thriving, and then it's like you just had like 50 years of Democratic leadership, and it's just been horrible for that city, man. All these jobs. It's so like, it sucks to like hold on to your job. Like, man, there's nothing else out there for me at all. To have that feeling, where you just gotta like, oh, I have to hang on to this, or else I'll just be like on the street or something like that. It's not fun. We should have more opportunities here. We need more jobs here. We need more prosperity for these people. We need more infrastructure that needs to be rebuilt. If there's like why can't we just fix our crime problem? And that's poverty, man. If we can just fix poverty and make it so like people aren't so dang poor where they feel like they have to go out and hurt somebody else to get resources, even if like they're just being greedy or whatever, or trying to survive. It's like, we shouldn't have to be like that. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to worry about resources for the physical realm. We can worry about that in the digital realm or something like that. Like, we can mimic life in the digital realm, but like physical life is like, everyone should be taken care of, and then, you know, we don't have to worry about like crime or wars. Like, just have peace, man, and love each other and get along, and oh, kumbaya. And yeah, it's like the world warlords are trying to be the WEF, you know. I want to know like how a lot of these people got to the border to come here illegally in the first place. Because it wasn't just like the little towns at the Mexico border in Mexico. Like, people were coming out from like different countries, whether they're walking that, somebody's giving them resources, because a lot of these people are coming here with phones and stuff like that. Some of them are probably bust, and we need to know like who's funding this. And it's disgusting how these people get treated, how like they have to pay these coyotes for getting them to America. Like, they already are. They're like indentured servants. That's ridiculous. Like, people don't understand. These people who are coming here illegally, they're like nothing citizens, and the way that the Democrats are using them for like their votes or trying, it's just disgusting, man. It really is. Some of these people are like hopeless, and like, why can't we build it up where they live, man? Because it would be cool if like it's beautiful down there, man. So like, why can't we make it safe there? We should make all North America like beautiful, awesome, technology wise through the roof. We should be building this place up, having different cultures everywhere. If you don't like it somewhere, then you go somewhere else where the culture fits you better, man. We need to organize society more. At some point, we should annex Canada. Canada should just be absorbed by America. And then we eventually do it with Mexico and just become one huge continent, like superpower. Like, we are like, we're awesome. And then we can help out South America, and then we can help out other countries everywhere else as well. And they'll help us out. We help each other out. You make this stuff, we'll make this stuff over here. We'll combine it together. We'll figure it out. We don't need to blow each other up, man. You have resources. We all have resources, man. It's like, let's worry about other things. Let's try to worry about like figuring out how we get to other like galaxies and stuff like that, man. That's what we should be thinking about. Figuring out how to get the heck out of here, how to travel to other galaxies where there could be other like, or like that's explore, man. We want to explore. We're so far from everything. Let's figure out how to get somewhere else, if we can. You know what I mean? Instead of just like we're just sitting here, like we don't have to just sit here. We can go out and explore, and we should be sending drones places, like AI, like manned drones. That's what we should be developing. That just like go off, like, and they just explore like the depths of our oceans. You could send AI to the bottom or whatever, man. You don't even need to send people no more. You could send robots to do this crap. You don't have to send humans to do these things no more. So it's like we can explore without even having to send humans. Yeah, we can't. You can't take a human and go like so fast because it just evaporates your body. Well, then don't take humans. How about that? You don't need to take humans. You can take like AI that have robots, and you can send it somewhere, and then maybe it goes super, super, super fast, and it can do that. And then it can come back and bring stuff back to help us out, to help us figure things out. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about some crazy stuff right now. But yeah, this is my brain is a bunch of ideas, man. I have a lot of ideas. So like other people that know my ideas can, if they like, oh dude, that sounds good. Like maybe I can implement that. That sounds cool. Anyway, so yeah, like this is great. Big win for us, obviously. Hopefully we get all three. We need all three. We have to put the Democrats in their place. The Democrats need to be completely reformed. They need to have a big loss because they're crybabies. What's happening right now is like Gavin McGinnis was saying, like, you're going to bed. It's bedtime now. It's not playtime no more. Like, I'm the parents are back in charge. That's what it is the adults are back in charge. Little kids have been in charge, man, and that's why everything is so like all messed up. So like, yeah, just like these people are acting out like they hate Trump. It's because they never had that growing up. That's what it is he is what they were lacking. If they had somebody like Trump in their life when they were growing up, or like that influence throughout their life, like their life would be completely different. So they resent Trump. That's what Trump derangement syndrome is they resent Trump because their own father's inadequacies when it comes to being a real man, being a leader, somebody she can come to and she can feel safe, his masculinity. He's going to be like, oh, it's going to be okay. I'll make sure everything's okay. Yeah, bad stuff happened, but it's going to be fine. We'll make sure everything's okay. They don't have that, so they have to become masculine themselves, and they become the men of their own lives. So like then they just get upset at somebody like Trump because it reminds them of what he reminds them of what is missing in their life and what they are angry about. That's what this is about. We've had weak men when it comes to leadership for a long time now. And I don't blame women for not respecting us. I don't blame women for not wanting to be with us or respecting our leadership. Now, the money thing is like you have to kind of understand things are different now, man. So, like, you're competing with me and you guys are out earning us. So, it's like you have to cut us some slack. You have to cut, like, it's not like you're not working and it's just me out here competing against other dudes. No, like, competing against you, man. So, you can't do both. You have to like pick a poison. So um so many different social things that are messed up right now that can be fixed if we start making, like, we make America healthy again, we make America great again, and we make families great again. And was making families great again probably hanging out together, getting to know each other, bringing people back in, developing communities. The best thing for people to do would be like to move by each other and become each other's neighbors. And best if you can get off grid, man. I wish Bitcoin went up right now. It's like it was like $1 million. I'd be like, heck yeah, man, that's cool, that's awesome, that's exactly what I needed. Exactly. I can just go and get my own self-sufficient place. I don't have to work a job. I can pay all my debt. I'd be sweet. But that's okay. I'm so happy that the kids have a chance at. We're going back to normal. People need to understand that we're going back to normal. So like, when I say normal, I mean we don't have to like sit here and think about politics all the time because we have the adults back in charge. Okay, so it's just like we can go back to our own lives. We don't have to do this MAGA stuff right now. Like, just we can just all these people, all these YouTubers right now are like living. Yeah. Their ratings are going to plummet. Watch these people. All these people who don't talk to you, who are too good to talk to you. Usually I don't, and like honestly, I don't engage with people who don't have check marks. I try not to now. Who don't have check marks and have under 1,000, because I don't want to. I just think they're mostly bots. That's what I think they are. So like, it's not because I think I'm better. Like, if I see like a check mark or something, that's different. Like if somebody has like 300 followers or something like that, definitely like. But they get that check mark, that's different. So these people who are too good to hit you up, who don't want to listen to you. I think that people are gonna be like using social media less, and they'll probably try to get back to work, going back to their lives now. I think that sports are gonna blow up. I think that politics are gonna be like, unless something huge happens, like the economy just totally takes a tank, and we need to see what's underneath the hood. We need to see what the heck the Democrats have been doing because something's gonna break. I feel like something's gonna break, and we need to like advert like disaster before we can. We can try to get in there and try to like correct some things. So if there is gonna be some turmoil, we can deal with it. It's not gonna be like a huge cliff. It's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna try to make this a soft landing as possible if we can do it anyway. There's not much we can do, but I think that there's stuff we can do with the interest rates or something like that to help, like with inflation and different effects of different things. We definitely gonna have to get our debts down, though. We have to get our debts down. So but we don't want to have a depression. Like if we go through a depression, the whole world's screwed. we need to avoid it. We can go through another recession, um, but not a depression. We cannot go through a depression. People will. It will be a massacre. People. It'll be the purge. That's what it will be. We cannot do something like that, and we need to figure out how to get people off of welfare by having jobs for them that they want to do. Like we need to have jobs for we want it. Like, dude, I don't want to do my job. I just got rid of my health insurance. It's like I don't feel like my health insurance pays for anything, so I just got rid of it. I don't feel like I have any purpose at my job besides I just go collect a check. There's no like okay, if I go work at Tesla or something, well, there's that on my resume. I worked at Tesla, man. That's huge. But like where I'm working now, it's kind of like, whatever, man. Like there's no status, So it's just, it's kind of like whatever, Like there's I'm not invested in the company, so like I'm not out here trying to like break product or nothing like that, and I would never break product or steal product or anything like that. But like going out of your way and like picking things up when you don't have to, stuff like that, so it don't get smashed. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are just like whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever, and then it just gets smashed up, and it's gross. We don't need that, and but people don't, because like it's not their responsibility, and like there's no invested interest in the company. That's how companies are. There's no invested in. We're just rented workers. You don't care about us. That's how we feel. And in fact, you just want to keep taking more and more for the bottom people, so we just don't care. And we get to the point where we just don't even want to work. There's like a bunch of guys who just don't even want to work. Why don't they want to work? Well, the lack of women, that's one. Lack of women, that's a huge thing, honestly. If we were going to import a lot of people from another country, like massively, it needs to be women that want to have kids and they want to be a mom. That's what we need to import, not fighting age men. Are you kidding me? We got enough. What we need is we have a motivation problem. The problem is when you look at the young, like a young Gen Z 20-year-old girl, you're looking at her and she's like, man, she's either like a radical leftist who has no sense, so she's a rabid feminist, or she doesn't take care of herself, so like she's doing like a bunch of substances, or like she's overweight, or she has an OnlyFans. Like who wants to start a family with somebody that has a own? That's embarrassing, man. Or like they want you to be fine with her being with other men. Like that's a new thing. They want you to be fine with them being with other men. So it's like, no. There's not a lot of motivation there for the young men, honestly. So this was a huge win for men. And they need to take advantage of this. Don't need to repeal the 19th like these dummies are saying, and the red pill people like, oh, you have to change, like repeal the 19th. Like, no, you don't. You don't have to repeal. Look at all the dudes that voted. Like, what are you talking about? All these dudes that voted for Kamala. So it's not a gender thing. It's a brainwashing thing. That's what it is. It's an indoctrination thing from the mainstream media, from the schools. The schools are huge with indoctrination, and like these, what happens is like they indoctrinate your kids, and then they just like they're puppets for the mainstream media. Like you're just a puppet. There's no thought process. You can't think for yourself. There's no critical thinking at all. And that's, I'm just like, why would you even want to send your kids to school? So it's like, hey, why aren't people having kids? Well, because you can't really have a family on one income. I'm sorry, it's not like that no more. Elon or Tim Pool, this ain't the 50s. You both have to work, and then the kid loses emotional attachment because you're forcing this kid. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna have like a crazy creative childhood where I can be like all totally innocent and pure, and you're just gonna throw me with all these people you don't even know. Um, just dump me off because you don't want me. You dump me off because you don't want me. Like, why did you even have me? They don't know, think that, but that's what they feel. So, you want to be a boss? Like, why are you having a kid? Oh, I'm a boss. Well, like, take care of a kid, man. You incubated them. You grew them. You grew him or her. Like, you felt them kicking in you. You gotta have like severe emotional bond with them. It's like American women, they just want to get away from them. Why is that? Probably because of the environment they're raised in. We weren't raised in the best environments, man. We weren't raised in the best environments. There's a lot of mental illness, a lot of problems in the society. I think it can be corrected. Definitely, nutrition's a huge thing. A lot of different things, but I'll let this video go.